Good morning. This is Michael Ever Reef. I'm over here at Starbucks. It's 16 Avenue. And, well, the Starbucks over at Rainier Square. I went in there this morning, right? And I was in there, and there's a lot of people in the gate community that don't like me around here, right? Isn't everybody, though, right? And one of the guys at Rainier says, I just walked in, right? And he says, "You're not actually allowed in here." And I said, "Oh," and I just turned and left. Right? Well, it got me to thinking. Like, I come over to this Starbucks right down the street, and I was thinking, man, I sure got used over there. The place was kind of sleepy over there. When I was in there, woo, we looked like these big spenders all came in there. They all sitting there like talking about me and stuff. I tried to ignore them, right? So I couldn't stand it anymore. Because one of them sat down next to me and he's like staring at me. And I said, "Excuse me, what are you staring at?" And he said, "You." And I said, "Could you please stop staring at me?" And he said, "You're not allowed in here." And he started a big old fight with me, right? And I'm just thinking to myself, why, right? Well, I grew up in Aurora, Colorado, which is an Army Air Force town, but I'm from Philadelphia, very Coast Guard there, right? And I went to the Coast Guard Naval Academy, and I was in Seattle, right? Ever since I was like 5 years old, right? I even graduated from Starbucks Coffee College. Went to Guatemala, and I was in a rock band, like with bands that sell millions of albums. And these gay people around here, right? They have always like had like been trying to get at me. So when I became a police officer right here in Seattle and a sheriff, some when I was off duty, some son of a bitch came up behind me and fucking cracked my head wide open with a hammer, right? And then and then they just sort of laughed. They didn't even really give me medical treatment for a while, right? And then I was over at the Seattle Center, right, looking at a poster of Axl Rose and his little brother. They told me, and I remember getting together with them, right, and talking about them and teaching them some chords on the guitar. And I'm standing there, and these fucking detectives around here, they told me we were standing in the group. They told me that it's okay in Seattle, King County, for the police and the sheriff to have sex with people that aren't with minor children that haven't even entered puberty yet. And I said, "Don't let me catch them." And I was standing. He did the old "Hey, look over there" routine, right? And they snatched my gun out my fucking holster, right, and told me I couldn't have it back. Imagine that. And this is 20 some years later, and they stopped a bunch of poop with me. Imagine that. I've been around the world several times since then. They ready for the big leagues, I guess. I guess because they know they're a fugitive apprehension squad looking for them. Because you know how many people in this world it take to make somebody a United States Marshal? Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of police and sheriffs, and they're not going to be too happy to hear that. And all these people, you don't want to know what they do? All the gay police and sheriffs around here, they all sell their ass. So they're going to be standing there on the street corner like whores when the posse come to town to arrest their ass for it. You want to know why? Because they all prostitutes around here in Seattle, King County. Big faggots. Just open your eyes when you get to Seattle, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the ones that go cuckoo are drug addicts. Because that's what the government around here think of the people that live here. How you doing? Of course, it isn't everybody, right? I did sort of make it out here, and then I even made it back to get on the big ship at the port of Seattle in an admiral's uniform, and they know it. But that's all part of the gag, all part of their gimmick, all part of what they're selling, along with their ass, along with some ass sex. So that's how they played it. And they stole my wallet around here. I've been on the next train smoking about 6 months ago. Right the fuck out of this town. Go up to DMV 3 times. Say, yeah, we know exactly who you are. No, you can't have an ID because we don't give a fuck. You stay in here. They're a bunch of criminals. And they think because they run this city, they the city government and the county government, that there ain't nobody in the world that's going to think what they're doing is wrong and come in here and trunk them for a change. Like they trunking me right out and open in front of everybody. Trunking a United States Marshal right out in plain view of the whole world. Because they know if I go missing, the posse coming in later this afternoon to recover the body, and they know it. They steal off me. They talk to me like I'm a piece of shit. They bother me when I finally am able to lay down and get some sleep. They come up and sleep next to me, thinking I'm gay or something, and want to be my boyfriend, getting a little too fucking close. And the government right here do it deliberately because they're a bunch of smart asses. Bunch of assholes that's a bunch of smart asses. And they're gonna get exactly what they want from everybody in the world that don't like government assholes that's smart asses. And you can lay a wager on that down in your motherfucking casino in Las Vegas, because I know you probably is anyway. Because that's what you do in the back room of the casino. That suck one another off, you fucking fags. Yeah, you know who's talking to you now, don't you? You know, and yeah, I know it ain't everybody. It's people like that that ruin everyone's day. Because they gay, they assholes, and that's what turned them the fuck on to keep sucking dick and taking it up their ass, and men jerking off other men and women licking one another, stinky, smell that fucking slime and pussy. Because that's what whoring's all about, making war. But there are plenty of people in this world that don't want World War III to happen today, and well, they're gonna do something about it for their stupid, dumbass information. And what I was saying earlier about Philadelphia being very Coast Guard and Colorado being very Army Air Force, well, that's that operation, one half of the operation. Apparently, I was orphaned to the state of New York, which is Navy Marine National Guard operations. Well, I graduated from Coast Guard Academy with honors, and I graduated from Naval Academy with honors before I was even 18 years old. And I'm the man in the box. I'm the pigeon. I'm the bait. Well, this is what the bait do from time to time. So you just brought it on yourself, and you could make it right because you know that I'm still government, and you could issue me my government ID after all these years, and you could give me a reasonable paycheck. Until you do that, I'm probably going to be seen frequently wherever it is I am, getting awfully pissed off at you. But that seemed to turn you all on because apparently that's the way you all built. Like a bunch of fucking cheap, rotten, whore, homosexual, faggot, asshole, thieves, and liars. Well, I'm done for my broadcast this morning. You can take that to the bank, check my record. My name is Michael Edward Reef. That's what you're doing to me. And to everybody else with your goddamn scam. Washington, D.C. And I already know Metro Transit, the D.C. police around here. And they the deputies, and the deputies is the reason why some of the marshals don't have their property from the very first moment they signed the contract until 28 years later, like me. And that's the way it is between us. I wish it could be better, but you don't want it to be better. You like being miserable and treating everybody miserably because that's what you are all about, apparently. And yes, I'm on Social Security and I'm grateful for it, but it ain't much of an apology. It's a teeny tiny apology for a great big goddamn fucking mess. And now world known as United States Marshal, y'all said, no, no, we got an out, we got a way out of this, cause well, that's the way it is. After they've already publicly advertised me worldwide as an admiral, a general of the militia, and a United States Marshal. You see what these fucking whoremongers are fucking doing to everybody with their goddamn scam? They got lots of money and guns, and they hide them behind solid concrete building walls while the rest of us is out here struggling, trying to earn a living. And they smile on our face and waving at us and saying, "Oh, you're my bestest friend in the whole world." When it looked more like they got a limp wrist standing on the corner selling their ass, even with all that money in their pocket and that sports car in the fucking parking garage and that gun on their hip.